Is style more than just clothes? Hello and welcome to another video. This was actually inspired by a TikTok I came across the other day. Could style be so much more than just the clothes you wear? Are there other elements that make up what style actually is? So we're gonna be talking all about what actually defines style in this video, or what I think actually defines style. I think style can come natural to everyone. Everyone has a different sense of style, even after we've been exposed to the internet for so many years, and it's really easy to be influenced by everyone else. I think there are certain things that define who you are that makes everyone have a unique touch when it comes to what their personal style actually is. So here are a couple of things that I came up with that I think add to the definition of what your style can actually be, and I guess defining who you are to a certain extent. So aside from the clothes we wear, I think another element of style is the places you go. This can be places in your city. Maybe you have a coffee shop that you love going to, your favorite restaurants, the parks you go to. That tells so much about someone's personality. Where you travel, I think that's also super important when it comes to defining your personal style. I know this is kind of a privilege, but it doesn't even have to be an exotic place. Just going out of town for a day. When I was younger, my dad used to always take us to the same cities because those were the places he enjoyed the most, even though my mom got sick of it eventually. It just defined who he was as a person, what he actually enjoyed. So I think knowing the places where you feel the most alive, that is part of your style, and it's so much more than just the clothes you wear. Another element of style is the fragrance you wear. I think having your statement scent, especially as you get older, it's something that I relate to style as well. I think I'm still discovering what my favorite fragrances are. It's a never-ending journey, if I'm being honest, but having a fragrance that you love so much that people relate to you, that is a part of your personal style as well, and it has nothing to do with clothing. Another element of style that I think says a lot about who you are as a person as well is how you organize your space. And I'm not talking about being super type A and just being super organized. I'm not the most organized, but even that says a lot about who I am as a person. How you organize your space, even if there's no organization going on, has a lot to do with your personal style, and it tells you a lot about who you are, what you keep in your bag. That always tells me a lot about the people that I am with. Another thing that I think adds to the definition of style is the music you listen to. It can also shift and change how you dress. I've been very loyal to what I've enjoyed listening to. If I liked a song at a certain point in my life, I honestly still like it today. I love having like my very niche artist and songs that I enjoy and that I know I'll keep enjoying forever because they represent who I am. Definitely define your music taste. The next thing is what you choose to watch in your free time. What you invest your time in eventually becomes a part of you. I'm very aware of time and how I spend my time, and I feel very guilty if I'm not doing something productive. So I think what you choose to watch in your free time is also super important. TV shows and movies, and I enjoy reality TV. I love a season of The Bachelor. It's something that I guess I reward myself with at the end of the day. It's not what I spent my whole day doing, and that is a part of my style. It defines what I like, for better or for worse, but I am careful about how much time I spend watching it, I guess. I also love The Real Housewives. What you choose to watch in your free time does define your style as well. If you like horror movies, that also tells me a lot about who you are as a person. I personally don't like them, but I guess not only what you watch, but who you spend your time with. That's also super important. That's also part of your style. Not everyone deserves your free time. Another element of personal style, in my opinion, is what you find to be photograph worthy. I think what someone finds inspiring says so much about who they are as a person. If you ever travel with a group of people, notice what each person chooses to photograph. And I know there's obviously the very obvious places that everyone is going to photograph, like the Eiffel Tower, but pay attention to what they photograph individually. That is not a landmark, I guess, because I think that also defines who you are as a person. Because I think we all have a different eye when it comes to beauty in the world. Maybe you're more attracted to a certain color, and that's what you find photograph worthy. I personally love pink. I'm so fucking basic. I love pink, I love yellow. So whenever I'm out and about, if I see something pink or yellow, I always feel this urge to photograph it. And I think that also translates to maybe my Instagram, the pictures that I post, and maybe some of the clothes that I wear, because that's what I like. So pay attention to what you find photograph worthy. That's gonna help you define what you like to a certain extent, what you like and what you're attracted to. The next thing that I think defines personal style is the architecture you like. And I think not just architecture, but also, I guess, interior design. If you think back to the places you visit, that can also help you understand yourself a little bit better. I loved Barcelona and just like Gaudi and the buildings there. Sometimes I dress or I'm attracted to funkier pieces. I feel like Gaudi was very funky. That's a piece of architecture that I'm very attracted to. And I also, and this is where I guess my style clashes a little bit, and I'm working on building something that balances both out, because I'm very attracted to funkier pieces, but I also loved, this is super basic, Parisian architecture and just like the very classic buildings. And that also translates to my personal style sometimes, because I do like dressing up in classier ways. I like dressing classy, but I also like funky pieces. So I'm working on balancing both out. But knowing which architecture you like is super important. The next element of personal style, I think, is the hairstyle you wear. And you don't have to wear the same hairstyle your whole life. I definitely have my favorite one, and it's long, healthy hair. And also curly hair. I don't like straight hair on myself. That's just a personal choice. I had a lot of trouble with my hair in the past, because it used to be so thin, it used to fall a lot. And I'll say having healthier hair has made me like how some outfits look on me so much more than before. So defining the hairstyle that you like the best also defines who you are as a person, and it's gonna help you get dressed in the morning so much better. Sometimes hair is the outfit. It really is. The next thing that I think defines an element of style is details. Adding details to outfits is something I've become obsessed with the past couple of years, or maybe just like last year. I'm so aware that bangles are trending at the moment, but just having pieces that you enjoy wearing, it can be a trend or it cannot be a trend. It doesn't matter. It defines who you are. If you just wear trends, that also defines who you are. You're a person who loves being up to date and knowing what's trending and knowing what's cool at the moment. And if you don't like wearing trends, then that also says a lot about who you are as a person. You don't like wearing what everyone else is wearing. Also, when it comes to details, I think not only adding details to your outfits, but also being like a detailed person when gifting things to other people, or being attentive when you have visits over. That also defines who you are as a person. And the last element is the way you carry yourself, and it's something that I'm always working on. I think how you treat other people says a lot about how you feel about yourself. I feel like I'm gonna sound so poetic. I'm a Tumblr girl at my core, but when you're battling demons in your head, it's hard to go around being nice or like treating other people in a nice way, because you have so many problems within yourself, and sometimes you're not even thinking about other people. You're just constantly battling your own demons. So working through that, or maybe going to therapy and really taking care of yourself, is gonna help you learn how to carry yourself so much better, and just being more graceful, and also just growing up. I think maturing also helps you a lot. It just feels so much better internally, so I'm able to be a better person externally. So I think that's also really important. It's also part of style. An outfit is gonna look so much better in someone that's nice to other people and that carries herself with so much confidence, because she knows who she is. And also, the last thing that I'm gonna say, I think style can't be forced. If you're forcing your style, then it's not your style. That's when you lose yourself a little bit, because you are trying to be someone else. So those are the elements that I think define what style is. I think it goes so much deeper than just clothes. Definitely let me know in the comments what your definition of style is. If you have any other elements that you think could be added to this list, definitely let me know. And I also want to know if you guys agree with what I said about how you are internally can affect your external style as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, and yeah, have a nice day. Love you. Bye.